Welcome. All right. All praise to the Most High. Trust your intuition over mine. Accept only what aligns as with anything else in life. I really wanted my coffee to be good this morning, but I changed one tiny thing, which was not so tiny because it threw the whole flavor off of the coffee. And I literally took a sip at one point. It started off really good. And then I took a sip at one point when I got back in the bed. And it made my stomach like, ugh, my stomach. I felt like a little queasy. And instead of saying, it's because you used those two creamers that you had from the brunch place, because I wanted like regular half and half creamer, and I took the banana coffee home and I brought their creamer because I didn't want to add more flavor to it. I already added caramel syrup, and I never ended up using them. I actually did end up using the vanilla caramel. Okay, I know a lot of these details are irrelevant, but I don't know. Spirit is telling me to be specific. The vanilla caramel in the refrigerator, right? So I used that for the banana, and I held on to those little two. Now that is actually like a survival mode mentality. It's like a scarcity mindset. I get it from like my grandparents. You might get it too. But there are certain things that we tend to hold on to. And for some of you, it's not what you're holding on to physically, but it's what you hold on to mentally or emotionally. It's like you can't let anything go because that may be the last time you see it, or you might, what if you need it and it's not there. So you have this fear built up. So whatever action you're taking, it actually comes from a part of your mind where you may have been blinded to it for a long time, but it's a subconscious scarcity mindset. So it's trying to like settle in and take place, is what I feel. It was trying to take root for me mentally, but I wasn't really paying attention to it. And this morning, I think I just noticed like how many napkins and like I have a whole drawer filled with like napkins from all of the restaurants. When I order DoorDash or whatever, and I put them in the drawer. The little, I don't use the plasticware, but I'll keep them like just in case. So anyway, all of that is a scarcity mindset, and I wasn't really, I know about it, but I'd be like, I don't care. I said that this morning, like, I don't care. Like, I know all day this is Aunt Gloria, this is my daddy, this is Grandma Ann. Because Big Mama and them, they didn't keep no, baby, what you gonna keep that for? We can get a roll of paper towel from the, I'm like, well, what if we run out? Then we'll just buy some more, baby. We don't need to keep that, throw that away. Big Mama don't use no plastic silverware, baby. Mom don't, but if we need, but the dishes stay done, baby. We do the dishes around here. We ain't gonna never need. And we ain't eating on the run. We don't have to run. We don't run. We don't run. We walk everywhere. We move slow. There's always time to sit down and have a meal with real silverware. So anyway, they didn't have a scarcity mindset, but their lifestyle pretty much, mirrored the same, like financially, that my parents and the aunt that I spoke of and the grandmother that I spoke of that did those things. So it's not necessarily that they have more or less money, it's their mindset. Okay, so back to the coffee. I had those two little creamers. Comes from a scarcity mindset, and I think I woke up on something totally different, and I tried to add in that creamer just because I was tired of seeing it sitting there, and instead of just throwing it away, I said, oh, I'll use it today. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a change in my coffee, really, because you've been loving your coffee. Loving your coffee so much. When I stop telling y'all what kind of coffee I'm drinking, it's because I'm still stuck on whatever the last one is that I told y'all was fucking amazing. It means that I've settled into that coffee and I haven't changed it really. I'm using the same creamer that I raved about and gave y'all a whole promotion for. Literally. If it was something better, I'd be talking about it. I would. I just can't help it. So, no, I didn't want to change my coffee. I just could not throw that creamer away. So anyway, put the creamer in the coffee. Knew that it wasn't gonna, I tasted it, y'all. I tasted it. A little watery. I don't know. It wasn't giving. So I put a little of my regular creamer in. Oh, now it's so good. And it was at first. Got to the bed, sat down, relaxed, got back into my right mindset. Time to relax. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to run and do anything. My son is still asleep. Maybe I'll do a wake and bake. I go to sip that coffee, and that's when I got the nauseous feeling. So it's like stepping back and going back into a scarcity mindset, and then realizing that you're there doing the work to get back where you're supposed to be, but then still drinking, sipping on, connecting with, taking in the same low vibrational food, drink, information that comes from that scarcity mindset, that comes from that place of worry, fear, pretty much needing to know everything because you're always afraid that something is happening. So you're recreating the same cycles in your life. And I feel like you're coming to a space. I feel like I just hit it this morning, but in a way, maybe it's what I've been doing, but it hit me in a way because it was fucking with my coffee. It became like a physical thing. And I feel like it was so that I could speak on this mentality that I feel like a lot of people that I know, that I grew up with, that I know, love, my family, friends, this is what's happening. We're like still taking in the same stuff that got us into the situations that we were in. So we don't ascend truly and get out of it. We get out of it mentally. We get out of it emotionally long enough to pull ourselves back to shore. But when we get there, we go back down and eat and feed on the same kind of information, the same kind of energies, entities that got us in that place that we're not trying to go back to. But we end up eating the same foods that take us back there. We end up doing the same things that take us back there. So there's like a repetitive cycle I feel like you're going through in your life. Oh, it's so perfect that I split this deck, and this is the Radical Rebirth deck. But the thing about this is, look at all those cycles. You see those circles that are behind her? This is the current cycle that she's in. So that means that she's already ran the race of all of those other cycles. She's outwitted, outmaneuvered, got through all of those issues. So she's on top of that right now. So I feel like you have the ability to continue to walk forward and not fall back, like fall prey, fall trap to the old way of doing things. This is like where you are truly releasing the old you and stepping into this newfound you. And that is where the fear sets in, because you're doing something different. See, falling back is not difficult because you know how to handle that. You know what that is back there. The snare is that it is safer for you to fall back into what you used to do than it is for you to continue to walk forward from where you currently are. You fear the fall, but there's something different about this rebirth. See, your fall is even protected through these cycles. If you were to even just not fall back, but to kind of just stay where you are until you feel steady enough to walk forward, you would be supported. You're supported. If you were to fall to the left or to the right from where you are currently, your current mindset, what you're on, what you're thinking, what you're feeding on, what you're telling yourself, what you're doing, how you're living, how you're moving, how you're being. If you were to continue right from where you are and you fall a little to the left or you fall a little to the right, look how you're supported. You won't go far and your fall won't be hard. These are like soft fans, leaves, bushes with soft, smooth, pillowy, almost like feathers, like clouds. You are supported. You're supported. It's very cushy right here. And you're safe too. You don't have to worry about what's going on at your feet, what's happening down there, because to your left and to your right. This is like, and you could be a male or a female, but I think maybe it has more to do with what's going on with you emotionally, because it's about the feminine energy and the safety and security that the feminine energy needs to feel and actually embody internally for the masculine to move according to like your current authenticity. Otherwise, you're going to go back to what you used to do when your feminine energy was feeding on what was not good for you. It made you sick. Because and I was just like in the moment with the coffee, I'm literally like talking to myself in my head, because I went and grabbed the coffee again after I said that it made me sick. I was like, no, it did. No, it must be okay. Let me just relax. You know what, I said I was gonna wake and bake. Let me wake and bake, and then I'll sip the coffee. It's fine. It has to be. Why would I do that? Why would we talk ourselves into doing things that we really don't want to do and don't have to do? I have plenty of coffee in here. I have plenty of actual creamer that I use daily and is like a sure thing here. Plenty of everything that I need. So why the hell would I continue? Why would I even take one more sip from a cup it just made me sick? So there's something in your life. I don't know what it is. It's a behavior pattern. It's a mindset. It's a thought pattern. It's an action. It's a person. It's a conversation you're having. It's a conversation you have with yourself. It's the way you're talking to yourself. There is something that you are continuing to do, and every time you do it, don't feel right to you, don't feel good to you, makes you feel sick. You're hurting yourself. Somebody is hurting themselves, stabbing themselves all over with many pains. I'm just reading the energy now, but it'll be something so small, but it's like a balloon that pops. That epiphany that I had is like, oh my God, it's all of these conversations that I have not had, all of these words that I have not said, or that my mind wasn't even ready to formulate into anything that makes sense. But that moment and I took the sip, y'all. I took the second sip of the cup. But it's that moment that I did that it was like, okay, enough. This is no. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this energy is. I feel comfy. I feel cozy, but something ain't right. So, I'm crazy, y'all. You don't have to dig as deep as I do into tiny little things. But I do feel like if any of this, if you're still listening, then this reading is for you. So, let's get into it. Yeah, the truth is in reverse. You're not even seeing things right. You're not seeing things right. You're judging something harshly. You're seeing something in a distorted way. This could be yourself. This could be people around you. And you're not saying anything about it. You're holding it back. You're keeping it to yourself. So you want something to change, but you're not willing to speak on the issues. You're not willing to speak on the things that aren't changed. I'm hearing from spirit. This could come. I'm channeling. I'm channeling. All praise to the Most High. Spirit is higher than me. Okay, shine. So yeah, you aren't speaking. You aren't speaking. Maybe you are tired of speaking. Maybe you're tired of turning the lights on. Maybe you're tired of people shooting the messenger. And this is why you want to be quiet. You want to be quiet because you just want to turn the lights off, because you just want to fade into what is really not your truth. The lie. You want to fade into the lie. Why? Because the lie is safe. It keeps people satisfied. People are already seeing you move, like I said, during this cycle. But you're the first person I see. You could be the first person in your family to turn this thing around, to change something, to do something differently. You could be the first person in your friend group. But you're at like the leading edge of something, or you just exited a cycle. Mentally, emotionally, physically, I don't know. But there's something in your life where currently, right now, with the truth in reverse, it's like you would rather live a lie, not be your total and full truth. You would rather not say anything about the things that actually bother you, and because you don't want to turn the lights on you. You don't want the backlash. So you must not want it very much, or it must not mean that much to you. Or if that's not the case, then you're operating from fear. So you're manifesting, your energy is fear-based. So you're manifesting your fears, not your truth. If you were living in your truth and being your truth is always better than the version of you that you fear the most. Whether that's how you think, how you move mentally, how you feel, how you treat people, your intentions, the purity of your heart, or what's happening in your life physically, or your material things. It doesn't matter. But that worst case scenario is a fear-based you. Who you are currently, where you know that you're safe, you know that you're supported, that version of you, that's your truth. So it's just better, naturally. Meaning that it will manifest better things for you. Okay. They don't want to hear it. No need to worry. Something you're worried about, you don't even have to worry about. They can't hear you, Spirit. They can't hear you. They can't hear you. There's nothing to worry. They don't hear you. There's always something to worry about. There's always something to worry about. You can talk to you blue in the face. Whoever you are, this is why you don't speak up. This is why you don't say shit. What's the point in saying shit? When they don't believe it. And then in addition to that, they get attacked. Why would they? Why would they? It don't make sense. So this actually could be somebody very wise. This could be somebody very wise. There's something that they hold back, something that they don't say. I don't think it's about what you're doing. I don't think, maybe you're tired. Maybe that's the lesson you have to learn. Maybe that's the trap. Maybe that's the trap that you fall back into. It's actually the trap of trying to speak up, trying to correct or say something for the benefit of someone else, instead of just being it, doing it, walking it, and living it yourself. But instead, you think that you have to be some kind of martyr. You've been conditioned, mind controlled, to believe that you need to sacrifice where you are currently to try to speak up to people who will then ridicule you, emotionally abuse you, mentally curse you for being your truth, or for seeing the untruth of you, the untruth of everyone around you, the truth of you, the truth of everyone around you, and then speak on it. You could be someone who fights against the tendency to suppress your words or to hold it in. But it actually could have been like a protection for you. Likely the very mind control, whether it was a religious organization, that's the only one I can kind of resonate with. But it could also be your family. It could be your peers, something like that. Like, whatever this tendency is, though, that you have, you feel as if you were suppressed. So you push against that because it feels like something trying to control you. But likely those people, that is what they do. That's how they get you to move like that, because they do suppress. They do hold back. They control information control. So you are letting go of cash money information, and you're not even reaping results or rewards. You could be reaping results, but the rewards that you would get from not just doing it for yourself, but also doing it for others, you're not getting that. Instead, you're getting attacked. I feel like in your life, this could be different, but for you, it might be time for you to turn off the lights. The reason is that you have already given enough. You spoke enough. You did speak up. You did turn the lights on. You did make it through the cycles and then reflect the truth to others around you. You did that already. There's something in your life this oh my God. There's something in your life, something that you've been doing that you think like, oh, you're doing the right thing. You even push yourself to do it. Your desire to fall back and blend in is a protection. And no need to worry about it. We have sacred lust, but you have a lot of people that desire your authenticity. You're bare naked, and YouTube probably gonna block this video. They always catch me when I don't cover the cards. Well, they won't block it. It'll make it 18 and up, which that's fine. I don't care. But yeah. They want your bare naked authenticity. They want you to bear it off. They want the wisdom of your yoni. They want the milk of your bosom. You could be a male or a female. I'm just speaking figuratively. They want to feed off of you. Eat of your flesh. What do you know about the 3D life? Drink of your blood. Your spiritual life. Your sacrifice. Your testimony. Your truth is a light. Most people withhold their truth. Most people withhold everything. Whoever I'm talking to, likely everybody around you is in a scarcity mindset. So even if you're escaping it, there are plenty of ways that you can find in your life or see in your life where you're still operating from it. And it's something about you not feel like, it's like you fear what will happen if you do not make this sacrifice. If you do not keep putting yourself in the line, like in the limelight or the line of fire. Maybe your limelight is your line of fire. For some of you, it's not something you're doing like in your everyday life with the people that you know, but this is something that you're doing on a platform. Could be YouTube. Could be TikTok. Facebook, whatever it is. What else do they have? It's all kind of stuff. There's another one where you act like you get paid for it. Oh, and Spirit is like giving it to me but not saying what it is. But I think you guys know what it is. It's another platform, and a lot of readers have it too. But you have to pay for it. But they always say in their readings, like, well, I give more of my, raw self. I give more of myself there. It's a sacrificial energy, giving of yourself. It's a beautiful thing. But for somebody, it's not beautiful for you, which is why you are like hiding from it or not wanting to, because it's not beautiful for you. You're getting attacked. But something in you is telling you like that's your fight. All my life I had to fight. Is that what is playing in your mind? Because that's what I was saying. The whole It's a mindset or thought pattern. Thought pattern. You're still listening to an old thought pattern. Yeah, we have recovery. You're not even taking the time you need to heal. This is that Jesus. This is the Jesus experience. I've just been getting readings over and over again about someone who continues to play out that role in their life. But I feel like the version of you that you are currently is not meant to, you're not meant to sacrifice it. Maybe all the other versions of you, it was fine. Let them crucify it. Let them kill it, because you always come back better. You always come back better. Let that in. Let that crumble. But there's something about who you are currently. You don't even need to fear or worry anything from the past happening. And maybe you done been through a little bit of all of it. Everything that you feared, you have encountered it in some measure and conquered it. So you really are at a place in your life where you do not need to feed on, or even stay and play in the vibration of fear. Even if you are touching on things that used to be a fear for you, you don't have to dive into, oh no, oh my goodness, could that be, is that something, oh my, should I worry? You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. And there is something here that's telling you that you do. Something telling you that you do. But I feel like you're on the fence with it, because this must be your opportunity to make a difference, like make a different decision. You desire to see something different. You desire to see something different, a change. But I feel like you will have to be the change first. And it's funny because I feel like what you're actually looking for is like a mirroring from your reality. So you may actually be doing the opposite currently, because what you want is what you have given maybe your whole lifetime. It's like you're ready for you. You're ready to meet yourself, so to speak. Attract yourself. You found yourself. You love yourself. And you want to attract more people that are like you. That's a normal evolution. But something that you keep going to, and it feels like it's like, you know, it's a fight. You see those fists? All my life I had to fight. So you resonate with the fight. You resonate with the struggle. But you are not in survival mode. Or at least you're not meant to be. So maybe, I don't know. See, there's abundance here. But the abundance is here in these waters. It's here in these feelings, I feel. And in order to get there, you have to recover from the scarcity mindset that is causing you to get into this fear-based energy. Because when you're in fear, you can't be in your emotions. You won't be able to do anything. You're scared to do everything. You're worried about everything. You're too sad. You're too tired. You're too angry. You're so mad you can't move. Like all of it. That's all that lower base. So yeah, you have to recover. You have to heal. It's essential. So there is something here that you may not be healing, or you're not allowing yourself to come out of it. To realize that everything is okay. That you don't have anything to truly worry about. And if you feel like turning your lights off, you can turn them off. If you feel like turning them on, you can turn them on. But you should be doing it and operating from a place of authenticity and not fear. And this could just have to do, if it's not a platform for you, then yeah, it probably would be your physical life, where you're just way too transparent. You feel like you have to expose every single thing, every single detail. You must tell, you have to tell somebody. But actually, if you sometimes be like, why can't I just, nobody tells me anything, they don't do, da 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 da. Okay, because they've learned something, that I feel like the lights are coming on in your life, that maybe this is the way. I have been hearing that a whole lot. Like the things that mean the most to you, you should be quiet about, because it's too much negativity. I felt it in the reading. I just literally had to combat it in the reading. And I think it was somebody's like self-imposed negativity, but it was just the energy of like, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. And that's why I was saying, like, if somebody, I get it. You be like, well, what's the point? It feels like, oh, please, oh my God, we want to hear, we want to see, we want to know. Please, please turn the lights on. What's the truth? What's going on? Please tell us, blah, 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 blah. And then you speak up and you tell them everything, or you tell them whatever they need. And then it's a whole resistance, and it's got to be this whole warfare, and it's this big show. And, you know, you got to fight through all these feelings. All my life I had to fight, and you got to go back and forth, and you got to protect your light and honor your truth and demand respect and all of this shit. You got to heal and for what? When you could just let them think whatever the fuck they want to think. Let them do whatever the hell they're going to do, and you just do you. And feel good about it. Okay, so I don't know who I'm talking to, but you're not just doing you. You're doing what you always do, which is likely whatever they want you to. So you're people pleasing. You're pleasing other people and thinking that that's honorable because you're not pleasing yourself. Did you come here to fight and live a miserable life, or did you come here for ease, to explore, to become more, to evolve your spirit and your soul, to be happy, to be free, to have the full human experience, to experience life fully through whatever this 3D body or vessel or whatever? Maybe even embracing your struggle and how you have conquered it, accepting the fact that you have conquered it, and walking in your authenticity and truth is like what it is currently. Not going back to them 2 little creamers, like I said, that you just can't throw away when you already know you don't need to taint what's good right now with what used to be. Why are you doing that? And then if you've already done it and you know that it just doesn't work for you, it doesn't really feel good to you, why would you continue to drink on that cup? Why would you continue to do that? Why wouldn't you pour that out? Why wouldn't you stop? Like, self-sabotage. You're sabotaging yourself from something that I feel like, yeah, you really want to detach from it. You want to walk away from it. You're tired. Okay, so I understand that too. Because again, this is like, okay, well, what do I do now? What do I do now? But that's the fun part of it. That's actually where you're living. That's where you're at the cliff and it's time to fly. That's the Fool card. They don't know what their next step will be. But it's exciting to know that you can't fall farther than where you are currently. So there is something, or there is someone, like I said, it could be a person, it could be a relationship, it could be a situationship, a friendship, a love, you know, family, whatever, a job, a home, a state, your city, anything. There's something here that you have this fear. You've been saying no about it. You don't, oh, I don't, it's something about abandonment. So maybe you feel like someone would feel abandoned by you. Travel, so you could be thinking about moving out of the state, okay, or moving far, city-wise or something like that, and you're afraid to walk away, you're afraid to detach, you're afraid of letting go, but you feel like you really need to. It says escapism and moving on. So I mean, if you're, again, it's the same thing. All of this is the same thing. If you're operating from fear, then no, it's not going to work good for you. You're going to run right into whatever you ran from. Oh, I can tell you that from experience. Whatever you're running from is going to be there on the other side. Whatever city, you could go to the whole fucking other end of the goddamn universe. And whatever it is that you are running from, it will be there in some measure, in some way. I went all the way from Detroit and ran to California and met the exact same thing, the exact same feeling, the exact same type of energy that I was running from in Detroit. It's the truth. Because what you're really running from is you. It's something that you're seeing, and If you're operating from fear, you need to conquer that fear within yourself. Otherwise, you're going to take it with you. But if you're not running, if this is you just knowing that you've already gotten through this cycle, now you really need to exit it physically, like mentally, emotionally. You could be physically doing the same thing or in the same situation, but you have conquered it. You conquer it every time, but the cycles that you're going through are mentally and emotionally, which will destabilize you and take you backwards physically too. So it actually is like your physical body needs to escape because your mind and your heart have already escaped. When you're operating off of emotions only, that's the difference, because that mindset and those emotions, you haven't even worked through them yet. So that mindset is pushing you and going with you. So it's going to manifest physically the same way it would if you stayed where you are or kept doing what you're doing. So there's something that mentally, emotionally, probably light years, you've been out of it. But your physical body is what you're not moving. And I feel like that's the key. So there is something here. You have, I don't know, you have something to face. You have something to face. It's something that you've already withdrawn from, something you've already walked away from, something you've already let go, something you've already escaped with your mind. You already know what to do. You already know how you do it. You already pretty much know how it will play out for you and how you will feel about it. Yeah, now it's time to literally be the light you want to see, to walk it like you talk it. It says the star: hope, direction, renewal, trust, belief, positivity, creativity, inspiration, positivity, and rebirth. And that's the closing of the reading. We're literally back where we started. So there's a 180 here. Maybe you already took the left turn. Maybe you already accidentally went down that side street or did that thing that you used to do. Or start, replaying that same old cycle with yourself, but you're getting out of it. I feel like you are. And if you are, look, it goes from being a no, if you kind of like run from this or do what you used to do, what you always did, and it becomes a yes if you choose the positivity. Look, sorry, she naked again. But I'm telling you, if you choose your raw, bare authenticity, if you choose to just be you and do you, without giving way to all of the things that you used to do that never really worked out for you, the things you've already learned from. If you keep moving forward and like almost kind of being stuck in your ways. So I'm talking to somebody, you gotta be like, Pat, you're 33 or older. You have to be. Because you could have an old soul. I say 33 is still young, but I'm a Bible baby, so 33, Jesus became Christ, okay? He a whole different. You don't know me. I've been okay, I've been saved. You understand? I've been approved by the Most High. Y'all don't know me. Yeah, he was a whole different thing at 33. But anyway, it's a mindset change, and I believe that development. So I do feel like some people just have old souls. You can have that epiphany at a very young age. But 33 is the new 63. Let's put it like that. But you know how, and people in their 60s, they're pretty much stuck. And take it or leave it. That's auntie, that's unc, that's big mama. You can't tell them nothing. Nothing. You can't tell them nothing because they didn't live it all. They got something to say about everything. Because they've already lived it and decided who they would be in that type of situation, scenario. So they don't even have to think about it. They don't even have to go back and forth about it. They just do it. That's the thing though. Somebody here, you already know. You know what to do. You know how to move, but you second guess yourself. And it's probably because of your age. It could be your age. Oh, it's not, you know what? It's too young for me to get set in my ways. But what if your ways really work for you, boo? What if they working for you? Huh? And who are you listening to? The ways of people, if it's working for them, then I get it. But if it's not working for them, why are you listening to them instead of listening to you? Which when you listen to you, it works out well for you. But when you listen to these other people, it don't. So why aren't you just honoring your truth? Okay, you want to be nice to make a sacrifice. Okay. All right, well, it looks like you're sacrificing your hope, your desire, your internal direction, your guidance, your internal guidance system. It looks like you're sacrificing your renewal. You're sacrificing trust for distrust. You're sacrificing belief for fear. You're sacrificing positivity for pessimism. And you're giving up your creativity and your ability to inspire because you feel that there is someone else who can, I don't know, they do that better for you. If it's a yes, then it's a hell yes. But if it's a no, this should be a hell no. So something is really like point blank period. Because why would you, positivity is on this card twice, this start card. Positivity is on this card twice. So I feel like it's an automatic hell yes when you feel positive, when you're in a good mood, when you feel like life is working out for you, when you're really seeing the truth, where you see where you are, you know what you know who you are, and everything pretty much goes the way it's supposed to go. That's home for you. That's your truth. But you're going to sacrifice that for what? So you can die and do it all over again? Is it worth it? That's what I want to know. Is it worth it? This is either a hell yes or a hell no. So you have a decision to make. It's a hell yes or a hell no. It's no maybe. It's nowhere in between. If it is, then just take a nap because you ain't ready. There is something that you're doing or embracing or something you're about to change, and it's with your whole heart and soul. It's a yes or a no. It's all or nothing. You in or you out. That's it. Point blank period. You either in or you out. And I feel like, you know, there are a lot of things that we play around with. Like I said, I'm not empty. I'm not about to stop this video. I heard every word that I channel. I'm not about to stop this video and throw out all of my napkins and my, some of them silverware came from some really nice restaurants. And they give quality plastic silverware. I'm not throwing it away. I'm not. I also have some like whipped cream containers that I still use to store like leftovers and stuff in my fridge. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm not throwing it away. I'll stay awake about it, that I might be in a scarcity mindset, and I'll see how I move and operate. I'll stay conscious and aware of it, but I'm not doing it. So I'm not saying that everything you're going to make this decision on, but there is something in particular. There's like a decision that's like, blah, blah, blah. It's blaring in your life. It's the loudest thing right now, and it's a hell yes or hell no, and you already really know. So all in or all out. That's it. That's all. All right, y'all, that's all, folks. I'll see you on the next video. Bye. Thanks for the likes, you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh, you already like. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you know when I go live. Hi Nolan. Hi. Hey Anna, shout out to my moderator. Hi Cole. And oh, fuck you, Daniel. Fuck you, Daniel. Fuck you. Fuck you, Daniel Story. His name is Daniel Story. Fuck you, Daniel Story. Fuck you. Never met a Daniel that I didn't like, so I have literally never said fuck you, Daniel. Never said that. Show you how much I respect my daddy. I've never said that. My daddy's name is Daniel. But fuck you, Daniel Story. Fuck you. You're nothing like my father. Nothing like him. All right. Nothing.